Yes, Mr. Grant?
Where are you going?
Well, it's 7:30. The show's been over for a half hour. I don't have anything to do, so I thought I'd go home in a little while.
Fill out that form and send them in tonight.
For the Emmys?
Nah. The television editors every single year since last year give out something called the Teddy. Television editors? Teddy? Cute, right? Yeah. So fill out the best available candidates we have in each news category.
Yeah, but by tonight, a person I know over at WCCO had to do this. It took her days.
That's because WCCO has a lot of good things to choose between. In case you haven't noticed, we don't have that kind of problem. That should take about 3 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah? Yeah, she's here, but she can't come to the phone.
Why can't I come to the phone?
Because she's in conference. Yeah, okay.
Am I too busy to ask who that was?
That was your good friend, Rhoda. She said it wasn't important, but to call the second you get home because it's important. You understand that?
Yeah, not that important.
Come on, Mayor, I'll give you a lift.
Oh, thanks, Murray, but I gotta stay and fill in these forms for the Teddy Awards.
The Teddies? Don't tell me it's been a year already. Well, I'll help you.
Teddies? Did I hear someone mention the Teddies?
Here comes Mr. Award Happy. Every year when they announce who won the Nobel Prize, he's disappointed.
The best local news program.
Isn't her loyalty touching? She's writing us in.
Best male personality.
Only one of those 3 words comes close to describing you. It isn't best, and it's certainly not personality.
I don't have to sit here and take that.
Ted, look, best male personality, Ted Baxter.
You won't be sorry.
Best news writing. Which story of mine should we write in?
How about that story you did about that large thingamajig that somebody found and he took it to the police? Or, no, he took it to his mother and then they did something with it.
Yeah, who could forget that one? I think my reporting on the flood was better. Now, let's see, we're going to need a title, Mary.
How about Flood Story?
Flood? What flood?
Think back. Remember the day you had to row to work?
Oh, that flood. There it is.
Best newscaster and
Best TV personality.
Well, I guess there's nothing left for me, so, good night, all.
Night.
You finished yet?
Yes, just about.
Well, good night, all.
Good night, Ted.
Good night. Mayor, best TV personality?
Well, that about does it.
How come you haven't filled in Best Public Affairs program? How about our Sunday news conference?
Well, that's my show.
So?
You really think it's good enough to win an award?
No, but I think it's the only one we got. Put it down.
Mr. Grant, I feel silly. I mean, I just can't write in my own show.
Okay, don't then.
Would you do it for me?
Hey, how come you didn't call me the second you got home?
This is the second I got home.
Mary, it happened.
It? The big it?
Yeah, I'm engaged.
No!
You're right, I'm not engaged, but he's closing in.
Who?
His name is Bob Peterson, and we met in my speed reading class. Mary, he's perfect. Green eyes and 1,700 words a minute. It's for real.
Oh, Rhoda!
I love this. Good news from the girlfriend's hug. Hey, let me help you, Mary. When you're in love, you suddenly feel like doing mad things, like putting groceries away. You want to hear what he said? Yeah. I want you to know I'm getting serious about you, Rhoda. And they gave the Pulitzer Prize to Arthur Miller.
Speaking of the Pulitzer Prize, I've got good news, too. My show got nominated.
You're going to be home tonight.
For the... yeah, I guess so.
Good, because I want to get an outside opinion on Bob. If I was back in New York, I'd bring him home to my mother, which would be a major mistake. So, would you like to be my mother?
Well, okay, but don't be too late.
Perfect. Listen, I
am. No, I wasn't asleep. Not at all. I'll just, be right there. Hi there.
Mary? This is Bob. B.O.B. Bob?
Oh, Bob. Hi, Bob.
Hi. Did we wake you up, did we?
Eh.
I told you 2 o'clock was too late. I mean, I think we better go. I really do.
No, you didn't wake me up. I was just watching a book. Listen, please, do come in, and here, let me take your coats. Oh, the reason the bed looks like this is, I didn't make it this morning.
She's a messy housekeeper.
Hey, I'll do it.
Oh.
I'm very good at this.
Thank you.
No problem. There we go.
Come on.
Go.
Well, this is Bob. Doesn't he look terrific?
Yes, terrific. Just terrific. You both. You look terrific. Everyone here looks terrific except me.
Well, listen, I mean, if you look this terrific in the middle of the night, I can imagine what you look like in the middle of the day.
She looks great any time. Night, day, morning. You should see me in the morning. Yeah. Good one, Rhoda. Tell him how yucky you look in the morning.
How about this girl? I mean, is she like this all the time, is she?
Yes, she gets even better. Oh, my, I've had such a nice day. Hey, how about you, Bob? Did you have a nice day?
I had a terrific day.
How about you, man?
It's a little early to tell yet, you know. I did have a nice day yesterday, however.
Oh, yeah? What happened?
My show got nominated for Teddy.
Oh, no kidding. That's
Congratulations.
terrific. That's
Well,
great.
no, you know, it wasn't really nominated. It's just, it's been nominated to be nominated. You know?
Oh.
Oh.
Coffee. That's what we call this little coffee.
Well, what do you think of that Mary? Isn't she terrific?
No, she's lovely. Just lovely. Lovely.
One's enough.
Huh?
Hey, listen, I'm going to go find out how you're doing. Wait here. What do you think?
Rhoda, when you said you had an early date, I didn't think you meant early as in early in the morning.
I told you we'd fly tonight, and I figured you might be worried and waiting up.
Worried? Rhoda, I don't know, maybe I'm a bad mother, but I wasn't worried and I wasn't waiting up.
What do you think about him?
Huh? He's nice.
Yeah.
Really nice. Unusually nice. Unique in his niceness.
Oh, Mary, do you really think so?
Rhoda, I don't know, I just met him. He's nice. Bob, would you excuse me just a minute?
Sure. What did she say? What?
She thinks you're nice.
Is that what she said?
Yeah, nice. Hey, listen, it turns out she wasn't reading a book, so I think we better split.
Well, listen, you know what I think would be a good idea? Kind of ask her to go out with us tomorrow night. Sort of make it up to her for barging in like we did.
You know something, Bob? You are nice.
Yeah. Hey, Mary?
I'll be out in a second.
Mary, look, I was wondering, well, Rhoda and I, do you like basketball?
Yeah, it's okay, I guess.
Well, great. We'll pick you up tomorrow night at 7:30 sharp, okay? Come on, let's go.
Good night, Mary. See you tomorrow, kid.
What'd you say? Did you say something, Rhoda? I'm gonna kill her.
Well, I have no use for the nominating committee of the Teddy Awards. No use at all.
Didn't any of us get nominated?
All of you got nominated.
What? You're kidding. We all got nominated.
nominations are in.
Yes, Ted, I got nominated. I mean, I didn't, but my my show did, but that's
Yes,
like me
Mary.
getting nominated, isn't it?
Get out of my way.
Hey, Mary, congratulations.
Oh, Murray, you too.
Terrific.
I only have 3 nominations.
Well, Ted, you were only up for 3.
Oh, well, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
Should have been up for more, though, Mayor.
I know.
Come on, let's go to lunch and congratulate each other.
Oh, boy, Murray, I would love to. Would I love to? But I've got to have lunch with Rhoda and her boyfriend. We've been group dating for a couple of weeks now.
Everything's done in groups lately.
Actually, we have pretty good times. Bob calls us the Three Musketeers. Da-da-da-dum, da-da. Well, he likes to do that. Da-da. He's really a lot of fun, only...
Only what?
Well, I don't know. Just that sometimes I get the feeling that he... Oh, it's nothing.
It's something.
Sometimes I get the feeling that Bob's interested in me.
Aha.
Mayor,
Yes, Ted?
just occurred to me that I did do the weather forecast for 2 weeks when Gordy was sick. I was just wondering...
No, it wouldn't qualify you for best weatherman. So you really think he is, huh?
Is what?
Well, dating Rhoda to be with you.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Oh, I know. Hi, Mary. You ready for lunch, are you?
Oh, hi, Bob. Bob Peterson, I'd like you to meet Murray Slaughter.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Where's Rhoda?
Oh, one of her window displays taking a little longer than she thought, so
You mean she's not going to be having lunch with us?
That's right. Looks like it'll be just us 2 musketeers. Dun, dun!
So, you and Bob spent the entire lunch talking about me, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what about me? Why are you so hungry? You two did go to lunch, didn't you?
Rhoda, that's being a little silly, and you know it.
So you talked about Rhoda?
Yeah. I told him that cute story about you when we took skiing lessons.
Oh, yeah, the skiing story.
Right.
You were the cute one in the skiing story.
Rhoda, you know, I think there's been a little too much group dating lately.
And you'd like me to bow out, is that it?
Oh, come on.
I know. Don't listen to me, Mayor. I'm crazy. Let's just change the subject.
Good.
Hey, what's happening with that show of yours?
Didn't I tell you? We got nominated. I mean, we made it into the finals for the Teddy Awards.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Listen, they're giving out the awards at a luncheon on Saturday. I've got a couple of tickets. Why don't you go with me?
Oh, I'd love to.
Hello? Oh, hi, Bob. We were just talking about you. Hey, I bet I know why you called me. Because you called Rhoda first, and she wasn't at home, and so you figured that she was here, and you were right. She's sitting right here. Guess who it is? Bob. Right, and he wants to talk to you. Don't you, Bob? Right, here's Rhoda.
Hello, Bob. Wasn't it lucky you caught me here? Yeah. Listen, Bob, I think us 3 musketeers should have a meeting and discuss which musketeer you like best. That was sort of a short meeting, wasn't it? Oh, yeah. Great. We're still friends. You're the best friend I ever had. Goodbye, Bob.
Rhoda?
I don't want to talk about it. Look, it's forgotten. It's not important. I'd just like to finish my dinner. Thanks for dinner, man.
Rhoda, wait a minute. You have got to stay and listen to me.
Okay? What do you have to say?
Nothing.
Hey, come on. Don't make a big deal out of this, please.
Rhoda, listen.
Hey, Mayor, you know that awards thing we're going to on Saturday?
Yeah?
I'm not going. Mary, what I mean to say is, right now I can think of better ways to spend Saturday than watching you win an award. You know?
I'm not going to win.
You're not?
No, I'll probably lose.
In that case, I'll go with you.
Nervous about his award.
Hello, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, test. Sorry, folks, I just wanted your attention. Would you all please take your seats? We have to be moving right along now because the luncheon took a little longer than we anticipated, and there's another group using the room after us. Thank you.
Do you think we'll win, Mayor?
I think you'll win, Ted.
Well, it would be appropriate, wouldn't it, for Teddy to win a Teddy?
It would be more appropriate if they called this award a dummy.
Mary, I'm nervous for you. These award things are murder.
My wife loves them. When John Wayne got the Oscar, she cried. And that woman never shed a tear at our daughter's wedding.
What are you up for?
Second cousin.
What?
Oh, my name is Hartunian. I'm waiting here for the Armenian wedding that's coming in next.
Well, you're a little early, aren't you?
Listen, if you don't come early to an Armenian wedding, you can starve to death.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the second annual Television Editors Awards. We'll be announcing the winners in just a moment, but first, let's honor our distinguished nominees. Would all the nominees please stand and accept our applause?
Just like an Armenian wedding, when they ask the immediate family to stand up. Does everyone have their acceptance speeches ready?
Well, I think I'm going to just make up something on the spur of the moment, like, thank you. Isn't it funny how you keep hoping that you'll win even though you know you don't have a chance?
Mary, you know what I said before? Forget it. I hope you win.
Thank you.
You just blew your acceptance speech.
Ladies and gentlemen, since the other party is waiting out in the hall to set up, I'm afraid we'll have to dispense with the acceptance speeches. Yes, sir?
Ted Baxter, WJM-TV. Since we don't have time for our acceptance speeches, and I wrote 3 of them, may we at least stand and be acknowledged by our peers when we receive our teddies?
Well, of course you can. We weren't going to throw them at you.
Who ever heard of awards without acceptance speeches? It's barbaric.
And now our first category is for the best male personality, and the nominees are Lyle Taggart, Jack Perry, Harry Bibbs, and Ted Baxter. And the winner is Jack Perry.
Well, that's not fair. He's on educational television. Who watches educational television?
Mary, that's a great-looking statue. It'll look great in your apartment.
Yeah, I guess it will. Would, if I win, but I probably won't.
And now for Best Newscaster, the nominees are Joe Clark, Bob Hughes, Walter Matthews, Ted Baxter. And the winner is Walter Matthews.
Look at him. What's he standing up for?
I guess he just wants to be acknowledged by his peers.
What's going on?
You see those white flowers over there?
Yeah.
They're from me to the bride and groom.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we must move right along. We have quite a few more categories to cover. And now for Best Public Affairs Program, the nominees are Sunday Afternoon Newsmakers, Richard Cox, Sunday Afternoon Review, Michael Bronson, Sunday Afternoon Hot Seat, Harry Marks, and Sunday Afternoon News Conference, Mary Richards. And the winner is... What?
Said you.
No, yeah. Did he?
I'm sure he did.
Did I win? I won?
Come on, get it. Yeah, go get it. Come on.
Did you hear? The winner is Michael Bronson.
I look so embarrassed.
You get used to it.
Wasn't that the most boring thing you ever sat through in your whole life?
Yeah, that Armenian wedding wasn't too hot either.
Hey, aren't you going to come in?
I think I'll just go upstairs.
You know, Rhoda, I think we're not quite friends yet.
What makes you think that?
Because I can remember a time when you used to walk all the way into my apartment.
Just that I'm bad at making people feel better, that's all.
I don't feel that bad.
Gee, that's surprising, Mayor. After you stood up in front of all those people, making a big fool of yourself like you did.
Rhoda, I think we have a little problem between us.
Oh, Mary, I told you. I haven't thought about Bob at all. It's over.
No, we don't have a problem with Bob. No.
Yes?
We have a problem because I'm not too crazy about the fact that you are so happy that I lost.
You think I'm happy over you falling on your face like you did?
Yeah, you see, that's just what I'm talking about. Ever since that phone call...
Now, wait a minute. Do you really think I sat there rooting for my best friend to lose? That I enjoyed it when you thought they called your name?
When you said they called my name...
Did I? Seriously, Mary, now I'm laughing about it. But back there, when that happened, you rushed up and then lost the award. It was the happiest moment of my life. So what are you smiling at me for? I'm a terrible person.
Rhoda, you are not terrible, because I just discovered something so wonderful. Everybody is terrible. I gotta tell you something. I have a little confession to make. I have always resented the fact that you make more money than I do, and I think my job is a lot more important than yours.
No.
Yes.
Really?
Now, do you see why I was...
Now I got another one for you.
What?
I have always resented the fact that you have this marvelous apartment and don't know how to decorate it.
Oh, Rhoda, I feel like I have a giant weight off my shoulders.
Right.
Isn't this wonderful to be able to talk
Oh, it is.
honestly like this?
Right, yeah.
I got another one.
Shoot.
When I found out that Bob liked me, the way I really felt was... I think we've had enough honest talking for tonight, don't you?
Good morning, Ted.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
I guess I'm a little upset about the awards. I'm sorry you didn't win.
Thank you. I'm sorry you didn't win. Didn't win. Didn't win.
Just because I lost 3 times is no reason for you to...
Just what we don't need. Dissension on the news team. Next thing you know, they'll be having fistfights in the locker room. I think it's time for a little picker-upper.
Oh, Mr. Grant, you don't
No,
want
no, not that kind. This kind.
Well, where'd you get that?
I bought it at the Tinker Trophy Company. I figure we give it to the whole newsroom. Everybody feels like they've won something, perk up their spirits.
Oh, Mr. Grant, that is so warm and lovely.
Yeah. Okay, everybody. Take 10. I have something to say to you. The morale in this office is decidedly lousy. Okay, so you didn't win a Teddy, but you won the Tinker.
What's the tinker?
Mary?
Here it is.
What's the tinker?
Who cares? I want to thank all the people that... I don't have time to mention all their names, but they know who they are. A lot of people wonder how you reach a point like this. Well, you start as a staff announcer in 1952 on a television station at a small 5,000-watt radio station in Fresno, California. A lot of people ask me what my secret is. And I say to them, persevere. Persevere, persevere, persevere. And in time, if you're fortunate, if you're lucky, you may reach the great heights that I really don't know what else to say.
That we were working in the newsroom till 1 in the morning. Thank goodness Mr. Grant told us not to come in till noon today. Oh, did you say you wanted bacon?
Bacon? No, just a hard-boiled egg. Just a 70-calorie hard-boiled egg for old Tubbo. Well, maybe a little dry toast with some butter on it. Do I smell jam?
Ladies and gentlemen, the dieter.
Mary, I'm entitled to break my diet a little. I've been good all day.
It's 10:30 a.m. Who is it?
It's Phyllis. Why is it always Phyllis when I'm in a good mood?
Hi. Like it?
What is that? A Christian Dior or a Marcus Welby?
What's it for?
Well, La's receptionist left to get married, so for the past 2 days I've been subbing. And it is so satisfying, Mary, I cannot tell you.
La's receptionist, huh? How are things in the skin doctor game?
Dermatology, Rhoda. Oh, you know how it is there, hectic and crazy.
Oh, the wonderful, wacky world of bad skin.
Mary, I cannot tell you how satisfying it is to be working again. Most people would say, Phyllis, you have everything. What more could you possibly want? And I say, well, it's just not enough for me. I mean, being a model wife and a perfect mother. You know how I am.
Mm-hmm. We just have a hard time believing it is all.
I have to go to the hairdresser's.
Don't you have to be at the office? How can you have your hair done?
Mary, it's for those patients I'm doing this. I feel if I look my best, it gives them hope. Something to shoot for.
You know I love her. I really do. But what is it about her?
I don't know, but I'll tell you something. She keeps on the way she's going. She's going to give overbearing, aggressive women a bad name.
Newsroom, hello? Yes, bye. I will. I'll do that. Right. Vi would like me to pick up her phones while she's out to lunch. What's lunch, Murray? You know, it's been so long I've forgotten.
Hey, Mary, can I say something to you?
I know what you're going to say, that I am working too hard and I mustn't let it upset me. And you're right, I won't.
I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say, would you pull the picture file? I need a shot of Neil Armstrong to go with this story.
Sure.
Oh, hey, let me help you.
No. They're in alphabetical order.
How do you put photographs in alphabetical order?
You take the last names of the most important persons in the picture.
Oh, this one's tough.
Who've you got?
The President and Joe Namath.
Oh, those 2-hour Mexican lunches really take it out of you. Oh. I think I'll go to my dressing room and have a little fiesta. Nothing like a little naparino to pick you up.
Kind of makes makes you want to cry, doesn't it, Murray?
Okay, everybody stop working for a minute. Now, the program manager is so impressed with the way we muddle through a half hour of news that he's expanding the show to a full hour.
Hey, Lou, that's terrific. Wow.
That means a little more work from each of us. For those who consider twice as much a little more. I want you all to think about how we're going to fill that extra half hour.
I'd like to propose that we double the airtime of this fellow right here.
Thanks, Ted. That'll give me 2 whole minutes to do the weather.
Say no more, Gordo. You don't have to tell me. You and I speak the same language.
Right on.
Is it?
Well, forget it. Mary, I want you to give top priority to filling that extra half hour.
Mr. Grant, I figured that if I skip lunches and work overtime for the next 2 weeks, I could maybe catch up to where I was a month ago.
Which was?
3 weeks behind.
There's a little extra money for all of us. Not much.
No,
but-
no, Mr. Grant, the little extra money is not going to help me get this work done.
Hire an assistant.
What I need is an assistant. You mean it?
Sure. Call personnel and tell them you need somebody. Tell them you can pay $82.57 a week.
Mr. Grant, where did you get that figure?
That was the little extra money for all of us.
Rhoda? Are you sure you want me to do this to your dresses, this midi thing?
Yeah,
Oh, I just hate it.
of course you do. You got good legs. I live in the world of fashion. I do what all the magazines tell me to do. You know, I wore a hard hat for a week before I realized the magazine was Popular Mechanics. That was a joke. You're supposed to laugh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've got problems down at the office.
What?
Well, if I don't find somebody to help me with all the extra work, I'm going to go right out of my mind.
Hi, all.
Hi.
So, who's going out of whose mind?
I am, unless a minor miracle occurs and I find an assistant.
An assistant?
Yeah, help me with some work on the show.
Why don't you just shorten her legs? So how about me for the job?
Well, you're already working for Lars, and I need somebody right now, so...
I'm available. Lars got a little upset at, something I did, and he gave me the old sack.
What did you do?
Oh, it's nothing.
Oh, come on, it must have been something. What?
Well, Lars got called out, and there were all these patients sitting there in his office, so I treated a few of them. So, like I said, I'm available.
Phyllis, look, about the job, you wouldn't be interested in it. I mean, you don't know all the dumb things you'd have to do. I mean, it's all typing and filing and boring.
There are no small jobs, only small people.
But Phyllis, you're not small enough for this job.
Mary, don't. I'll do something else. Somebody's got to want me.
Oh, I don't know.
Mary, forget it. I don't go any place I'm not wanted.
Okay. Oh, boy. Phyllis, okay, all right. You want to try it for, let's say, a week?
Okay, all right, I'll try it for 2 weeks. Oh, it'll be fun. A real challenge.
I'm sure it will be.
You know, it's kind of cute.
What?
I was just thinking it's cute, that's all.
Yeah?
I mean that I have my master's degree.
Yes.
And you left college after 2 years, and I'm your assistant. Just cute.
And I'm telling you, Lou, it wasn't easy in those days, those early days. Wild-eyed kid with a dream. Dream to be an anchor man. Grabbing at Lady Luck. Running around, helter,
Is Mary here yet?
skelter. Seemed at the time like reaching for the stars.
Ted, your life story has been going on for a half hour now. And we're just up to August 1953. I mean, can you hurry up with the point? It's like waiting for a sneeze.
Well, I guess I just got to reminiscing.
Yeah.
And I think to myself, what'd I do it for? The money? No. The money was the least of it. But then again, even though the money is the least of it, now that we're going to an hour...
You want a raise, is that it?
Lou? I wrote a figure on this pad.
Ted, I wrote 2 words on this pad.
Lou, I think there's a little room for negotiation between that figure and those words. On the other hand, maybe not.
Phyllis, I am saying, problem with your maid or no problem, this cannot happen again, an hour late.
Mary, don't do it to yourself. Don't be a robot tied down to schedules and clocks.
Phyllis, for the time being, let's just say that I'm a robot, huh?
So this is the newsroom.
Yeah, this is it. Morning, Gordy.
Hi, Mary.
Oh, Gordy, I'd like you to meet Phyllis Lindstrom, my new assistant. This is Gordy Howard, our weatherman.
Gordy, I just want to say one thing. I'd love you to come over for dinner so we can really get to know each other. I mean, as human beings. Because we're going to be working together.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Gordy and I really hit it off.
Mary!
Oh, morning, Murray. Murray, I'd like you to meet my new assistant, Phyllis Lindstrom. This is Murray Slaughter.
How do you do, Murray?
Hi,
I'd love you to
Phyllis.
come over for dinner if you're not...
Mary, where have you been? Lou started yelling for you an hour ago, so I had to cover for you.
Oh, thank you. What'd you tell him I was doing?
Hanging up your coat.
Well, Phyllis, here, sit down. You can use my desk for today.
Mary, it's not too important, but, there is one thing.
What?
Well, you've been calling me your assistant.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what you are. I mean, it's just a word, Phyllis.
Well, so is inferior just a word.
Well, is there another word that you would prefer?
Co-worker.
Co-worker. All right.
Finally find a hook for your coat, did you?
Oh, I'm very sorry.
The first day of our new production schedule, and you show up an hour late.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have an absolutely great excuse.
Well, Mr. Grant,
I'm waiting.
Halley's Comet hit her on her way over.
What?
Oh, well, let's face it. She could lie or make up some fabulous excuse. Would it make her any more on time? I leave it to you.
Mr. Grant, I would like you to meet my new co-worker, Phyllis Lindstrom. This is Mr. Grant.
You mean she works here?
Yes.
Good. You're fired.
Really just trying to be helpful in her own way.
Lou, if it'll make it up to you, I'll stay till, say 6 o'clock.
Mary.
Phyllis, our normal quitting time is 7.
This should be an interesting day for you. A sort of combination orientation and last chance.
Okay, Phyllis, this has to go into Mimeo tonight. Phyllis?
Oh, yes. What do you want me to do?
Well, all you have to do is just sort this stuff into 2 piles, the pink sheets and the blue sheets. The pinks and the blues, the pinks and the blues.
Kind of like little girl babies and little boy babies.
Uh-huh.
And?
That's it.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's so boring. Don't you have people who do that sort of thing?
Yeah, Phyllis, I have a person who does this sort of thing. You. I know this doesn't rival working in a dermatologist's office. but
Mary,
I
do you
think
have the
both
rubber
of you-
stamp with my signature on it? I have to autograph these pictures.
No, I'm sorry, Ted. There is. Yes. Phyllis Lindstrom, my new co-worker. This is Ted Baxter.
Hi.
Well, Ted Baxter. How can I find the words?
I don't know.
Of course, I'm thrilled and excited.
Yes, of course.
However, there is something I feel compelled to say. It has to do with the impression you make on others and the tremendous impact you have on people and how outrageously attractive you are. Oh, I'm boring you.
You're not. No, cross my heart, you're not. Go on.
But would you frustrate them, Ted? You're strong. You're too strong. Almost distant.
You know you're the first one around here to recognize that. Look, I have to go to the studio right now. What are you doing here?
Oh, we're just some stuff.
Come with me.
Phyllis, how's that stuff coming?
Sorry, Mary, but I need this girl.
Yeah, well, Ted, she's supposed to be doing the filing.
She has more important things to contribute to this show than just filing some dumb blue papers.
Don't worry, Mary. I'll do it later. Hi, Gordy.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Mary, I thought you hired Phyllis to do that.
Blue, I thought I hired Phyllis to do this too, Murray.
Well, if she's not doing that, what is she doing?
Murray, this copy you sent down, Ted doesn't like it. See what you can do to perk it up.
Perk it up?
Phyllis.
Yes.
Murray, would you excuse Phyllis and me for just a minute, please?
Not on your life. I want to hang around and watch you explode.
Explode? Mary doesn't explode.
Yes, Mary does explode. It's just that Mary has this long fuse, you see, and people think that they can take advantage of her because she has this long fuse. But Phyllis, every once in a while, the fuse burns down. And then it's
Let
just...
me understand this. You feel I'm taking advantage of you?
Phyllis, look, I gave you a job. You are supposed to be
Filing.
filing. You are not supposed to be coming in here and telling... She's got me so crazy I can't think of your name.
Mary.
Thank you, Murray. You are not supposed to be coming in here and telling Murray that
Ted?
doesn't like his puppy. That's not your job, Phyllis. Your job is to be my assistant.
Co-worker.
Assistant, Phyllis. No, I am not going to do your job for you.
You're right, Mary. You were nice enough to give me this job, and I just got swept up with the glamour of it all. I mean, Ted Baxter, the lights, the cameras. Mary, just as soon as I finish up in the studio, I'll run back here and do this. I'll stay until midnight doing it if
It's
I
all
have
right.
to.
No, go, Phyllis. You can do it in the morning. I did most of it myself anyway.
Oh, thanks, Mary.
Uh-huh.
Murray, see what you can do to perk this up.
Perk it up.
Hi, Gordo.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Thanks, guys.
Rockefeller Nelson, Governor. Rockefeller Winthrop, Governor. Rockefeller David. Rockefeller John D. Jr. Rockefeller Happy. Rockefeller Center.
You're filing?
No. That's Phyllis's job. No, I was just looking for something. Ah, here it is.
It's hard to believe that you had an urgent need for the file on Pancho Villa.
Well, you know.
Mm-hmm. Come into my office. Mary, I'm going to ask you a question, and I want the truth. How's your new assistant, Princess Margaret Rose, shaping up?
Just fine. Just fine. You know, it takes a little time to, but she's going to. She's going to be just fine. Just fine. Of course, she has been spending a lot of her time with Ted in the studio. They seem to really have hit it off. I mean, to the point where you might say that she's not quite doing a single bit of work around here.
Mary, you could use a little fatherly advice. The fatherly advice is, why'd you hire her?
Well, that's a hard one to explain, Mr. Grant.
She's a crackerjack typist. She's a great organizer. A whiz at shorthand.
She helped me find my apartment.
Ah! Rule number 1, don't hire friends. I hired a friend once. You know what happened? Worked out great. But that's me. You can't handle it.
You can't handle Phyllis. I mean, I've known her for years, and she's very intelligent, you know, and, well, let me put it this way, Mr. Grant. If Phyllis were drowning, her life wouldn't flash before her eyes. Eleanor Roosevelt's life would flash before her eyes.
Lou, can I see a minute?
No, I'm busy.
Oh,
What'd he say?
well,
What'd he say?
he's busy.
He's busy? Well, use your strength. Go on, try it again.
All right. Lou, you and I are going to have a little talk.
What do you want?
I want her here.
Ted, I'm too busy to play games.
Well, all right. I'll just talk to the general manager.
All right, Ted. Let's talk.
Phyllis, I think you and I have some filing to do.
Remember when we had that little discussion yesterday? Well, that figure is still in my mind, and this time you're not going to talk me out of it. What's more, not only do I want that raise we discussed, but I also want some new writers on the show. Now, Phyllis here tells me this Norman Mailer fella's pretty good. And if he's not available, how about this Truman Capote?
E.
Oh, yes, that's right. Truman E. Capote.
Look, Ted.
Now, Lou, you look. Either I get what I want, or I don't go on tonight.
Mary, would you get me the file on available anchormen and their phone numbers? I may need somebody tonight.
Yes, sir. He's bluffing.
You're bluffing, Lou. Trying to pull the old blufferino, eh? Well, it won't work.
Here they are, Mr. Grant. I think they're all up to date, so almost any one of them should be available.
You're trying to bluff me too, eh, Mayor? Well, I'm telling you it won't work, Lou. I want that raise, and I want it fast.
Let's try him first.
Sir.
Who are you going to dial, Mayor? The weather report? Bluff, 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 bluff?
Hello, this is Mr. Lou Grant's office at W.
I think I have some filing to do.
All right, all right. I didn't say I needed those things I want. I just said I wanted to talk about it. And I talked about it.
Who are you calling?
It's going to be fair and warmer.
Mary, she's dangerous. She's actually got Baxter convinced he's capable of human thought. Mary, you've got to...
Keep her away from Ted Baxter.
No,
Give her a good talking to.
no.
Fire her.
That's it.
Seems a little barbaric, doesn't it? Putting candy out to fire somebody?
Melts in your mouth, not in your unemployment line.
Rhoda, she was so awful at work today, but it's just... See, I know it's because underneath that confidence, she's really a massive insecurity, you know? So how am I going to tell her I have to let her go?
I don't know, but you'll think of something, Mayor. You're good at that.
It's me!
Oh.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. Good luck.
Good luck. What for?
Oh, nothing. Nothing. Listen, Phyllis, I have some coffee in the kitchen. Would you like some?
No. I had a cup downstairs.
You're fired. I didn't say that. Phyllis, it just slipped out. I mean, Phyllis, sit down. Phyllis, I am so sorry I said that, but well, at least I said it. You know, at least now it's out. And the important thing to remember here, Phyllis, is that not everybody is right for every job.
I knew it. I kept telling myself, Phyllis, I said, dress dowdy.
What?
Dress dowdy. Sure, I said, Mary's a pleasant-looking single girl, even a nice-looking single girl. But you know how touchy career gals get when you're married and they're not.
Phyllis, what does your being married and my being not have to do with this?
Nothing. No, we'll just say you fired me because I'm not right for the job. Okay? Want to say that?
Phyllis.
No, come on, we'll say that. I'll tell Lars. He'll get such a howl out of it. Don't worry, Mary. It doesn't matter. Really, really. Lars and I have fantastic plans for tonight. You know how married people are. Oh? Where are you going? Oh, we're staying home.
Phyllis, will you please stop apologizing?
I can't help it. I mean, I've been just dumb and awful. I deserve being fired, and I took it so badly when you told me you had to let me go.
Phyllis, you know this just really is not necessary.
I just want you to know I did a lousy job for you. I didn't do the filing, and I came in late all the time, and I got Lou mad at you, and I caused dissension in the office, and I just generally didn't do my job, and that's all I'm going to say.
Good.
Now, will you sign this?
What is it?
The letter of recommendation.
Woman may concern, Phyllis Lindstrom is dependable, efficient, prompt.
Just put your signature right on it.
Takes direction well, organized, mature attitude, excellent.